I am joined by Bill Sharpe with SohoTampa.com. Bill actually helped moderate and had a political forum on here earlier this week, which is all about the showdown. Why don't you tell us what the showdown was? Oh, welcome to Tampa Bay's Media Talk, by the way. It's nice to have you back.
Thank you. It's always great to be here. Showdown in Soho was an opportunity for the 3 District 4 City Council candidates to get together online, and instead of answering a 5-minute question with a mere 15-second answer, to give them a good amount of time to really answer questions, real questions about real issues and real problems.
What made you want, is this the first in South Tampa anyways for people to do this, and what made you spearhead this? And
to my knowledge, it's the first time it's been done in Tampa, period.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as why I did it was, frankly, because I was at a candidate forum recently where candidates were being asked very complicated, very lengthy questions and literally being given 30 seconds. And there's a candidate forum I'm going to later this evening where the candidates are going to get 3 minutes each, and that's it. 3 minutes to talk about all the issues affecting the city of Tampa, and then they're done. And who's that fair to? Is that fair to the candidates? Is that fair to the public? It's not fair to anybody.
Absolutely. But another great thing about the webcast that you did is if you wanted it to go longer, it could have. There's no time limit that needed to. I mean, I understand why you did the 60 minutes, but it didn't have to. If they wanted to get more information, they can get it if they wanted to.
And in fact, they can go online and still see it.
You know, I believe that. Was everybody reciprocal about coming on, knowing that it was going to be a live webcast and knowing that it was going to be posted forever and ever and ever? Was there anybody hesitant about doing that?
The answer is no among the 2 that were here. So the answer is there was one that did not show up.
So and shame on him because he's not getting getting the exposure.
He indicated he had another obligation, and that happened. We sure didn't plan that on purpose. We'd have loved to have had the candidate here, but that happened.
Do you think that more people will come to the polls now because of that?
I think that more informed people will come to the polls because of that. I want to make sure, more than anything else, whether you vote the way I think you should or not, at least go in and know why you're voting for who you voted for. Not because they had a pretty sign,
right? But
because you know why you're voting for them.
I'm so glad you said that. They're starting kids voting and helping children understand. Recently, with in November when the elections came on recently, a lady who's in charge of kidsvoting.org came into a kindergarten class and said, "Does everybody want ice cream today?" And of course, everybody put their hand up, but nobody understood. But she said, "Okay, but in order to get this ice cream today, you're going to have a cockroach or something, beforehand." And what the point was is that you have to understand who you're voting for, why you're voting for them before you make that vote. And I believe with our governor races, our president races, I don't know if everybody actually gets that informed.
I don't either, but bless the hearts of the candidates that are willing to put themselves out there and go for this grief. I mean, it's a lot of grief. I mean, we can discuss whether they're qualified, not qualified, agree with us or not agree with us, but what a gauntlet they run to pursue this.
Well, what do you think this all means for everybody?
I think what we did, I think what it means is it means a continual spiraling down of the impact of sound bites from the major TV stations who can only give a candidate 30 seconds.
Right.
It means that your newspapers and print publications that are limited in what they can print, or they only publish the answer to the 2 or 3 questions that they wanted to print from a forum. It means that they sort of lose that power and clout, because what we can do on the internet is we can give you the entire show, all of it. In our case, archived right now, an entire 1-hour show, all of the answers, all the questions, 24/7, not just on the 6 o'clock news, but at 4 o'clock in the morning or whatever time you want to watch it.
We actually have a short little snippet from the other day, which I think we're going to roll to now. So if you want to see what we're talking about, please watch this.
We are pleased to be here with the assistance of Tampa Digital Studios and eSolutions to provide you with a meaningful way to see and hear the candidates live through the internet and to hear them when your schedule allows. Our goal is to have this forum viewed by over 500 interested Tampa residents. By providing real discussion about the issues our cities face, we hope to provide real solutions and involvement. Our candidates, again, Brown and Joe Citro, are here today.
3 specific votes that Mr. Dingfelder casts.
I don't have the record right here in front of me,
but you've been campaigning for a while. And things that he's voted for, that if you would have been city council, it would have had a different outcome. And I'd like to know 3 major things that those are. That's my question.
And I know how you're pinning me in that, but unfortunately, in a public hearing, unless you're there to hear the public comment, it's hard to make a decision of how you would vote. So that's why I'm putting it more on an issue specific rather than a vote
Well, if I may follow up, would you have voted against the massive WCI rezoning south of Gandy?
I don't know if that was there over the past 4 years. I think that may have been approved right at the beginning of the 4 years.
What is going to make me a greater city council person than the incumbent is I'm going to be there for every meeting. Every committee meeting, every council meeting.
See you on the street as we continue to cover Tampa like no one else. Thank you.
Was that a really relaxed environment that everybody was in?
They all had a great time. The candidates had a great time. I've heard numerous responses from them. They thought it was a great opportunity. They appreciated not having to give a 5-minute answer in 5 seconds.
I agree. How can more people see that? What's your website? And if they want to see more of that, the whole hour?
They can see the entire hour as they wish. 2 o'clock in the morning in your underwear if you wish. It doesn't matter to us. At SohoTampa.com, as in Soho as in South Howard, SohoTampa.com, or from TampaGold.com. And I sure want to say Tampa Digital Studios did a great job in helping us produce this show. We sure appreciate it.
Well, thank you. And it was great to have you back here again.